Well, being calm and remaining calm during a time like this can, of course, be challenging, but here to help us maintain a sense of calm during a rapidly changing pandemic is Denise Marek, who has become known as the worry management expert. So who better to talk to about this? Denise, good morning. And you swear that you can help parents transform worry into inner peace by breaking down the word calm. So let's start with the first letter, C. What does that stand for?
So the first step in the calm process, like you mentioned, is C, and it stands for challenge your assumptions. Now, we all make assumptions. It's one of the ways that we fill in the missing pieces to make sense of what's happening. But the problem is when we make negative assumptions, an enormous amount of worry can set in. So you want to make sure that you're dealing with the facts. On Facebook, I polled parents to ask what their parental concerns were around COVID-19. So I want to use some real life examples of how to apply each of these steps. And one of the parents said that her family had just received the outline plan for her grade 9 student. And she said, so the school plan came in, her daughter already deals with anxiety. She felt completely overwhelmed, burst into tears. And so the mom wrote to me saying, what is the expectation on parents to balance mental well-being with assignments? I'm concerned that I'm pushing too hard. Now, what's great about this question is that this mom hasn't yet made any negative assumptions. So she's going to get the facts. So what can she do to get the facts and not make negative assumptions? Well, she could contact a mental health professional, for instance, and see how she could best support her daughter. She could possibly contact the teacher to find out what the expectations are. So the key when you're worrying is to make sure you're dealing with facts and not negative assumptions.
Okay, let's talk about that next letter in the word calm, and that is A, act to control the controllable. Can you explain that?
Absolutely. So when you're worrying, stop and say to yourself, is this worry prompting me to take action? Because sometimes worry is serving you to do something about it. So for instance, another real life example, a mom messaged me saying, as a parent, I'm frightened of having to make the choice between paying my mortgage or paying for food. I mean, this is real stuff. This is the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night. So can this mom control what's happening because of the pandemic? Absolutely not. But she might be able to brainstorm some solutions for her particular concern. So maybe she could contact her mortgage lender to talk about refinancing so she has some extra cash flow, or perhaps deferring her mortgage payments, those kinds of things. So you want to make sure that you're brainstorming possible actions, and keep in mind that when we are overwhelmed, when we are in that heightened state of anxiety, it might be very difficult to see possible solutions. So if that's how you're feeling, jump on the phone with a friend and ask someone to help you brainstorm.
Okay, next step or letter in the word calm is L, and you say that that stands actually for let go of the uncontrollable, which I think is so important, yet is so hard.
It's so hard. But let me give you an example of something that we do need to let go of, and that is guilt. I had a mom message me, and this is probably very, very common with a lot of moms out there, a lot of parents. She said, my mom guilt is killing me when my 8-year-old cries because she's so lonely. So once again, is this mom able to control the fact that social distancing is the new norm? Absolutely not. Are there actions she can take to control the controllable? Of course, she could help her daughter communicate with her friends virtually, but we know that's just not the same, and it's hard on kids, and it's hard on parents too. So we need to let go of the guilt. Here's how. Ask yourself these 2 questions. First of all, ask, am I doing the best I can in this situation? And is what I'm doing appropriate in this situation? And if you're doing your best, and if what you're doing is appropriate, give yourself credit. Parenting is hard, and you are doing it.
All right, the last letter in the word is M, which stands for master your mind.
Yes, and this is where you learn to guard against negative thinking, which is so important because it's your inner dialogue, the things you tell yourself, that largely dictates whether you feel worried or calm. So taking a look at another real life example, one of the parents messaged me that said, my daughter is only 1.5 years old. If this goes on for an extended period of time, how will the isolation impact her social development? Now, in that statement, we can see a lot of what if questions. What if this goes on for an extended period of time? And what if it affects my daughter's social development? So in that moment, once you've taken all the actions you can to control the controllable, bring yourself back into the present moment. And what I mean by that is changing those what ifs to what is, and reminding yourself what is happening right now. Right now, your daughter in this moment is okay. And it's so important to help you let go of those worries that we have about tomorrow, because we can't control what's happening tomorrow. What we can do is focus on today and be appreciative of the things we have right now.
Denise, such great reminders, such great information that we can all use during all of this. The worry management expert, Denise Marek. Denise, thank you so much.